Hi, I'm Alan Clay from Dwarf Planet University. We've discovered 10 new planets in recent years, and these represent new aspects of consciousness that are coming available to us. This video looks at the new moon aspects with these outer planets to see their influence in the month ahead. We're coming up to the next new moon in Aquarius on the 29th of January. And if you've been following these videos over the last few months, you'll know that each new moon has been closely aspecting three dwarf planets: Salacia, our new higher love consciousness; Quaoar, our new spirit consciousness; and Varuna, our new mastery consciousness. And because the sun travels 30 degrees each month, and most of the aspects we use are multiples of 30 degrees, we're getting a cyclic reconnection with these three planets with each new moon. This means that we're on a big outer planet journey in these months as we deal with the intimate ego-based and emotional issues in our lives. It's the sun moon, the new moon. This journey is all about our intimacy with others and with the world as a whole. The sovereignty that we have within that intimacy, and the spiritual practices we have in our lives to sustain it. So this new moon in Aquarius is closely sextile Salacia at 9 degrees Aries, closely semi-sextile Quaoar at 10 degrees Capricorn, and closely opposite Varuna at 9 degrees of Leo. And for added excitement this month, it's also closely semi-square Venus at 25 degrees Pisces. Now, we can look at Salacia as being the higher octave of Venus and Mars combined, taking their sexual intimacy to a more spiritual level, where it becomes a psychic intimacy. So the semi-square to Venus and the sextile to Salacia are talking about the same thing. They are saying that we're being challenged to find relationships this month that embody the intimacy and lightness of heart that we are seeking. They are saying that we will be challenged to reevaluate what is important in our lives as we find ways to open up to the opportunities that are around us. Now, Salacia is the wife of Neptune in myth. She was a sea nymph who took his fancy and he proposed to her. She said, "No way," and darted away and hid in the depths of the oceans. And he was beside himself with love and sent his trusted dolphin to negotiate. So the dolphin persuaded her that through the marriage, she would become a goddess of the sparkling surface waters as well as the depths. So she agreed to the proposal. So she's all about the process of our lives and knowing when to make the moves that we need to make. When we know in our heart that something is right for us, we can take the leap of faith that we know will likely transform us. Relationships are an ongoing process. So the more we can be sensitive to the timing of the moves we want to make in our relationships, the better they will be received. Those of us interfacing with the public or offering a service are also using our Salacia to be appealing to our customers or clients. Our product or service has to be sexy and available in some way. So the new moon sextile Salacia suggests that this month we can make ourselves or our product even more intimately part of the lives of those in our market or our audience. Now, with the opposition to Varuna, it is likely to be clear what the limits of our sovereignty are in our lives and in each of these relationships. This aspect is working with both the relationship side of Salacia, Venus, and the public-facing side. Sovereignty is a dance we do with others and with the collective psyche. We have to claim it and at the same time, others have to agree to give it to us. We start this process by stepping out in some way and saying, I can do this. And then we have to do that thing and keep doing it over time until we gain a notability for it. Our persistence builds an audience for our work, drawing towards us the populace for our kingdom. This is the sovereignty we're talking about. The notability we achieve as we claim our sovereignty enables our deeds to live on in the collective consciousness, giving us a degree of immortality. When we embrace our sovereignty, Varuna enables us to oversee the world and make impartial judgments. In myth, he has 1,000 eyes, and he enables us to know what is true in any situation and what is morally right. He gives us a desire for justice and the ability to understand the divine order. And when we do the work required, we gain access to unlimited knowledge and can become a sage in some area. So the clearer we can be about the limits of our sovereignty, the more we can speak from our strength this month. And the more we can develop that sovereignty, the better the relationship and public-facing processes that Venus and Salacia are encouraging will go. The semi-sextile to Quaoar suggests our emotional journey through these questions of intimacy and sovereignty will be facilitated by having a practice in our lives which brings spirit into it, by having a spiritual practice. These days, anything can be a spiritual practice. And when we have a spiritual practice, we find that everything in our lives is valuable and that it can all be woven into the song and dance we're doing, which makes sense out of the world for us. Quaoar enables our connection to spirit, which enriches our lives, allowing us to be present in each moment and revealing the possibilities available to co-create our reality. We begin to understand how we can push the limit of what's possible by working in harmony with others to create a richer spirit story. We see how each creative act adds value to the whole and works together to reinforce our creative fervor. As we develop spiritually, we experience the song and dance of spirit in everything, and we understand we are part of a rich chorus of spirit which underpins the physical world. We see both the bigger spirit story that humanity is telling and the part we are playing in that story. This allows us to manifest spirit as required, to bring order out of chaos and create harmony in our lives. This connection with the chorus of spirit, which underpins each moment, is helping us with Varuna's clearly defined sovereignty mission this month, and with Salacia's search for intimacy, one-on-one, or with the public. We are all part of this month's journey to develop intimacy with others and with the world as a whole, and find a sovereignty within that intimacy, developing the spiritual practices we need to sustain that. Enjoy. And please check out the Dwarf Planet University online for our 6-week classes on the meaning of each of these planets. Sign up to our email newsletter to get Dwarf Planet news and special deals on the classes. It's a good way to learn about the planets. And buy a copy of my book, New Stars for a New Era, a Consciousness Workbook for our 10 new planets, to work out where they are for you and what they mean. You don't need any astrological experience or knowledge to read this book. And please, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and let me know what you think in the comments. I love you all.